The only thing I know is that I know nothing. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. No man is free who is not master of himself. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control and some things are not. Great wealth consists in living content with little. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. No man ever steps in the same river twice. He who is brave is free. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Difficulty shows what men are. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. No great thing is created suddenly. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The obstacle on the path becomes the path. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life. By all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. The unexamined life is not worth living. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Be as you wish to seem. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. He who is contented is rich. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. To enjoy the things we ought and to hate the things we ought has the greatest bearing on excellence of character. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation. All human beings by nature desire to know. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. The only constant in life is change. Circumstances don't make the man, they reveal him. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Those who are not able to live in society must either be beasts or gods. Wonder is the feeling of the philosopher, and curiosity is the delight of the wise. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what others think. No man is hurt but by himself. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. You must become an old man in good time if you wish to be modern. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Look back not in anger, nor forward in fear, but around in awareness. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds. Accept the things to which fate binds you. Be stoic in the face of adversity and gentle in the presence of joy. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The soul is dyed by the thoughts that you think. Character is fate. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. It is not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. If you wish to be loved, love. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, find your eternity in each moment. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. He who despairs over the fate of nations is wasting his time. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies. No man ever errs who is willing to admit his errors. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Study the past if you would define the future. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Silence is a source of great strength. To lead the people, walk behind them. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. Be still like a mountain and flow like a great river. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Act without expectation. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time, is to say, I don't want to. The wise do not accumulate, the more they give, the more they have. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Wisdom begins in wonder. Know thyself. The only constant in life is change. Patience is the companion of wisdom. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. When you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. He who angers you conquers you. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. Let him who would move the world first move himself. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. I begin to speak only when I am certain what I will say is not better left unsaid. Self-discipline is the key to freedom. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space lies our freedom. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. To thine own self be true. All that glitters is not gold. Our remedies oft in ourselves do lie. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny but in ourselves. What a piece of work is a man! Our life is but a walking shadow. Brevity is the soul of wit. There is a tide in the affairs of men. Wisdom is oftentimes nearer when we stoop than when we soar. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars but in ourselves. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. Freedom is nothing but a chance to be better. Life is absurd, and the search for meaning is the very source of its beauty. The only way to deal with life is to accept it as it is. Man is condemned to be free. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Hell is other people. We are our choices. Everything has been figured out except how to live. I rebel, therefore I exist. An intellectual is someone whose mind watches itself. The highest form of happiness is the happiness of being understood. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys to personal excellence. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Respect yourself and others will respect you. He who wishes to secure the good of others has already secured his own. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not is a fool for life. Great acts are made up of small deeds. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. By letting go, it all gets done. Self-mastery is the key to all true power. Freedom is the sure possession of those alone who have the courage to defend it. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Hope is the pillar that holds up the world. Time is the wisest counselor of all. Character is destiny. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. Remember, it is not enough to be busy. So are the ants. Not all those who wander are lost. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. All cruelty springs from weakness. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. To improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Only in the darkness can you see the stars. Turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. One does not discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Adopt the pace of nature, her secret is patience.